I think like I don't like want to turn into get off my lawn guy, but like because I do like seeing the Miamis, the Floridas, the Texas, the USCs.
Yeah.
But now, with a lot of guys being able to get paid, the talent is dispersed. So, we won't probably see those dominant teams
Right,
like we used
which
to.
could be a good thing though too.
Kind of dope too. I didn't like the conference realignment like that, but now it's not really. Now the fact that you can lose and still make it to the playoffs, teams are not afraid to schedule harder now. you know, you're gonna have some two-loss teams, damn there maybe a three-loss team
Right.
get into the playoff.
Yep.
Like it's more like you really need to like get a what is it called? You're really probably better off strengthening up your schedule so that at the end of the day you don't get on that short end of the stick
Right. You play
by
four
playing the
real
big
hard
schedule and
teams and
lose.
you beat two of them. You only lose two games. Most likely you're gonna make the playoffs if you like a Oregon or Ohio State. If you're a big program like that, you only lose two games. You most likely still gonna make it. But yeah,
Yeah. You look at Oregon, like they're in a great position, right? We look at
yeah,
so many years where some teams they can be cooking, have a good schedule. I mean, lose late or lose 20, like Georgia last year. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like you have a strong season like you did. But that's kind of too where I'm like, I don't like it because I'm like, I like when the regular season matter. It's like, shoot, it was on the
yeah.
line. You took that L, bro.
They only
You
took
had
one.
your
They took
chance to
one L, and that
win.
was in a.
Yeah,
It was
you
that
had
was
your
two other teams. It was three
yeah.
other big undefeated teams. Yeah,
Build and decided it. And then it's like too, it's like I'm not it's something different. As you get older, you see some things change. But I'm like, do we really want to see student athletes play 16 games like that? Like that's crazy.
yeah. That's what I don't
That's
like. Yeah,
insane
again, that's the only thing I
to
don't
me.
like. They should cut the regular season
These
shorter and like do like national
guys
tournament.
can potentially play 16 games.
Ooh,
Like what you think about that, cuz? Like college players playing 16 games.
So,
and, and if if somebody-
can you hear him, Troy? I can't hear you either, Troy. Hold on.
what happened?
I can't hear Troy. I can hear you now, Dan. I can't hear Troy.
I put
People,
myself on mute.
okay, the kids are already
Oh, okay,
sitting out
okay.
of prison, right? If I'm a first round pick, I'm not playing 16 ever. So imagine if we at LSU and we Jamar Chase, Jared Jeffries, and old boy the quarterback of the Bengals. You trying to make us play 16 games, and you think you're going to the national championship? We're not playing. Crazy.
That's how I feel. I'm like, bro, and
Yeah.
I get it. You could offer me some bread, but like I'm came here to go to the NFL. So you
Exactly.
think I'm about to take all of these hits and now for potentially 3 seasons,
Nope.
I'm supposed to take these hits?
Right.
Nah, bro. I'm gonna do like my man's did at Michigan, Will Johnson. With this season over, bro, ain't nothing for me to compete for. I'm
Just
good. And
let
what's gonna happen? Like, some of the guys are mad. You're gonna have some of these cats sitting out playoff games. Damn near be like, bro, you're gonna have to up that bread if you
yeah,
want me to
right.
play in this
You're right. You're
playoff
right.
game.
I didn't
And,
think about that because people was opting out
and
of
you know
bowl
what's
games last
crazy?
year.
The people trying to get the money are going to call people trying to get money greedy.
Yeah,
It's they body.
yeah.
Exactly.
Like that's what happened when you make it now like professional sports.
Yeah.
My problem is I don't have a problem with guys getting paid, but now you got realignment in
Yep.
it. The TV deals are insane. You
Mm-hmm.
got damn near the SEC and the Big Ten are like super conferences.
Yes.
And all these teams have voted tradition and their own coast to make money. So now, when you got a guy like Cam Ward, they say like his bidding war was crazy. There's like Ohio State, like it's rumored that damn near like I think Miami had to pay him like between 5 and 10 million to get him to come from Washington State, and which I don't blame him. God bless you. But now I'm a first rounder. I done
Mhm.
played 16 games, and I mean I'm about to play a potential 16 games, and you gonna
Right.
come to me talking about national championship? Nah, bruh, I'm good. I'm
Right,
good.
bro.
This is the problem. This is the problem. See, I hate when people talk about the result and not the genesis. The genesis is that the NCAA is greedy. They were pouring money for generation after generation after generation, and it bit them in the butt at the end because they did not want to be fair. That's y'all fault. Don't we don't want to hear you blaming the players. We don't want to hear any of that. It was their fault. That's the genesis. You can't look at the end and be like, well, look at where we are. No, look how we got here.
And that's what I always say, right? Because I know like we've had our discussions in sports about player
Mhm.
empowerment, things like that. And I'm like, I'm not opposed to it.
Uh-huh.
It's that the issue, they had it so messed up for so long that the issue now gets overcorrected.
Yeah.
So now you have an MB like, nah, bro, I don't think I'm playing back to backs. I don't know. I don't think I want to do
What
that.
up,
Number
KT?
number one, the teams need to stop making the players give that announcement. The team needs to say, we decided that our star player is not, and then leave it at that. Because that's what really happens. Them cats not paying all them guys all that money for them to walk in there and be like, yo, I ain't playing. That's not what happened.
Yeah.
The training staff, the GM, the coach, like, yo, this is the schedule we need to have him on so we can have the best chance to win
Eh,
championship. And then they made
yeah.
him say the announcement on TV, and now he look crazy.
And that's what Gilbert said, like, where, a lot of times they do stuff. And that's why I get mad at his show. Because I'm like, Gilbert, you know the game where you don't got to do the goofy stuff to go viral. But I get it. He knows what sells. But he said it, he hit it right on the head. He said, you don't have, he said, he shouldn't have never been in position to make that announcement. If
But
you invested millions of dollars into this guy, you already knew he was injured. They paid him, knew he was injured. So if
mm-hmm.
they knew that, why would you now then go out and let him get his character assassinated? You got these guys writing goofy articles. Like, I'm not for him putting hands on my man or like touching him or do it, but it's like, once again, too, why you put him in this situation when y'all probably already knew it?
Yes, that's the that's the weirdness is going on, and then
Exactly.
everybody acts like they don't know, or or they I don't know they get like temporary amnesia, and I'm like, fam, you know better than what you just said, or maybe you don't, maybe you are stupid, but most of them know what they said, and they're trying to get that bread, just like when they flipped the script about Kawhi in the Olympics, right?
Mm-hmm.
They pulled him. Then they wrote. Then Lawrence Frank came out and said, "We don't know why the Olympics pulled him." And then they announced that he wasn't playing for the Clippers. I'm like, "Well, we know why y'all pulled him.
Right.
Why y'all try to play these
Exactly.
goofy games?" And now I look like what I do know is a trainer wrote something a long time ago about them not properly handling his knee, and he knew it was going to re-swell up, and the team weren't listening, or whatever the case may be. So I don't know, man.
No, that's what I'm just saying. Like, you know, something has to, I think something has to change as well. And the thing is, I think the NBA is in like no man's land because I just think now
Right.
with, I won't even just say technology, the way the game has changed, and even with these players, they're playing more. I think 82 games, I think it's too much. But the reason is they have to keep 82 games because one, the players are not going to want to see a salary decrease for 82 games. And then two, they're not going to want to miss out on those arena dates. You mean to tell me I'm going to go for having 41 home games down to potentially 35 or 31?
Yeah.
They don't want to give up that.
I think the problem. miss the money before that. I think they're playing too many games before they get to even college.
I think so
I
too.
think
We
that's
talked about it in
Yep.
the
AAU. Then
thing.
that's crazy. Georgia lost.
They're
Oh, they
playing
down
way too
22 to
many.
10.
Oh wow. Oh, he had
So
put on there. Yeah, they
they
are.
playing
They are
the
playing too
game in
much.
that same circuit. They playing AAU and then they playing their little Nike circuits and their little camps. No, they playing too much. And then before they even get to college, they've got a million reps on their knees and ankles and joints and back and stuff. And yeah, when you get to the league, that's the difference. So Kevin Garnett said so crazy. He was like, they ain't hooping. These dudes don't be hooping like that. You don't see nobody outside. That don't mean they ain't hooping. You know they playing. We just watched Cayenne play a hundred game on freaking YouTube. He knows better than that. He can't not be that crazy. Like, come on.
Yeah,
Right.
that's why like
And he-
I don't want to speak anecdotally, but I know you could talk to your error because I'm like, sometimes the difference is we're seeing more injuries basically because everything is televised.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna just ask you because you were in your era, was you seeing a lot of like high schoolers or guys like getting ACLs and stuff like that when you was coming up?
Um, nah,
Because I
man.
don't
You didn't see it
remember
a
it like that in my era. I don't remember
nah.
seeing it like that.
You
What's up,
didn't
What
see
KG?
it.
up?
What up, though?
What's good?
We did see it a lot. And think about this: we didn't see it a lot, and we was hooping on blacktop in the
Yeah.
summer,
These
and we
cats
still
got
what.
individual trainers.
Right.
But the first sport that found out you cannot do that over and over and over again was soccer because that was the first high school sport where people was getting ACLs and NCLs torn out because they was playing way too much soccer. And basketball
Right.
just followed suit. Like, let's do the same thing. So they tearing kids up, man.
My bad.
Yep.
What's up, Kay? What you been up to?
What up? Hey,
I
what you
saw
say? What's up with Embiid?
you were saying that
This this
be
this is
soft. He
this is
put
part of the thing, bro. They not hooping like y'all saying they hooping more. They not hooping how they used to hoop. Like when they coming up, bro, these young niggas, they not hooping against niggas, bro. All they doing is getting personal trainers and that's it, bro. They you know what I'm saying, and then going to play. They not really playing how niggas used to play back then. You know what I'm saying? Back then you really had to go get in the runs. You got niggas going on runs, you got niggas going to the parks, you actually training against other competition. Now everybody got a special trainer, an individual trainer that's working on something specific, like a skill. You get what I'm saying? And they not really working towards their body and their attributes. They just only focus on skills, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they they overdoing it with the trainers, but they are hooping. They're playing more games in the summer, and they're traveling across the country back and forth. We watch what's that young boy Parker, whatever. We watch his daddy literally work him to death in the summer, flying back and forth on his Nike circuit because like you got to play so you can get your Arizona. And then by the time we got to Arizona, his knee wasn't working. Nothing.
Dang.
That's what they
Yeah.
did.
Yeah. I forgot. Yeah.
They put it on me.
You muted, Brody.
my bad. I think Gil kind of made the analysis when he was talking about going back to Embiid. He was saying like, because I think he had lost 25 pounds,
And,
and he was like, these guys are working out, but they're not knowing how to build muscle. They're not building their body up. So you're working your body
Right.
to exhaustion, but you're not strengthening it. You're not strengthening your core. And
Exactly.
it's like, what are y'all doing? You get what I'm saying? Like, Mike and all of them and Brian, you had the Tim Grovers and stuff back then. The Lakers had a really good staff when like Bean was there. And it's like, what are these guys doing? Y'all got access to all this technology, all this modern medicine, and y'all breaking down damn near worse to when ACLs was a career ender.
Yeah, hell
Yep.
yeah. For real.
yeah, but I think one thing is so think about your let's go pre Derrick Rose, right? Let's go pre Derrick Rose. And let's go your greatest. What if he never got hurt? And see how many people end up on your list. Think about somebody great. You talking about Grant Hill? We never got to see the greatest of him. We never got to see the greatest of Allen Houston. We never got to see the greatest of Peter Hardaway. We never got to see the greatest of Bernard King. It's a lot of people on that list. That's pre-modern time. So they're not going to act like we didn't miss out on some. We didn't get to see Brandon Roy, but we could just keep going, right? This is all pre-modern. This is pre-new era. So how do they explain that? It's just that it wasn't a big topic because they just walk off on you. Because you know why? Because when Penny Hardaway said my knee hurt, they said go back in. You all right?
And, I mean, that's a good point too. But another point too, like you say, like another Gil reference. The nigga, no, it wasn't even Gil. It was Ocho and Shannon. The nigga MB eat like Ocho. Big
That's the
Macs,
problem. That's the problem.
motherfucking triple burgers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you 7'8", 300, nigga, you can't eat like that, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a
And
problem.
if you look at it too, it was just announced again. Zion's out indefinitely.
Him too. Them niggas don't know how to motherfucking get a diet, get a nutritionist.
See, people,
They definitely
because
they need to visit some of these cooks that cook for these boxers.
yeah,
Yeah,
we reference these athletes a lot, but these guys say they want to be great, and you're not doing the regiment of a LeBron, of a Mayweather. When you're
right.
that committed to greatness, you have to take a sacrifice. Because I think, people was like saying like Braun spends millions of dollars on his body. He got a hyperbolic chamber. But outside of that, too, he is intentional
Right.
about everything he does.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these guys, it's like, yeah, hey, securing the $300 million, the $100 million enough. But when you're talking about greatness and we expect you to be great, now you got to go to that extra level. Now you got to
Another
do the
thing, though.
Tom Brady.
Gotta
That's
go the
another
extra
thing.
mile.
Why are we expecting so many people to be great? If it's so
That
many
too.
great people, ain't no such thing as greatness, right? We need
That's
to
Well,
stop
true.
that. Every
it's
every
not so many
generation got a
people.
few
It's the
guys
it's
like
the ones that's physically already like just naturally stand out above the rest. So we expect them to say, I already got it naturally, physically with my abilities. Let me put the hard work in to match that
yeah.
to make
Huh?
me.
I ain't talking
You
about
see
the
what I'm saying?
individuals right now. I'm talking about getting greatness out of a person to a certain level. Like how many rings
Okay.
David Robinson got before Tim Duncan came to the NBA?
You said how many who?
How many rings David Robinson got before Tim Duncan came to the NBA?
Zero.
Okay, he was probably the most physically gifted center of that time.
Hmm.
Left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he
But
was
my
going to retire. He
yeah.
was going to retire without a ring, and he was going to retire without no finals appearances.
My only question is like I don't think we require greatness from everyone, but when you're someone that gets an MVP, you're someone that says you're the best player or want to be
Exactly.
like that. I think those expectations come for an Embiid when you're in those discussions. When people are saying it's you and Jokic and they're comparing you to the guy, they expect you to go out and be great in that Jokic, Giannis class and all that.
No, for real.
He retired with one ring, and they built a team around them, two other cats, to win the championship. Let's keep it a buck. They built a squad around them, around their skill set to help them win the championship. Philly was doing the process for 700 years. And then they let Jimmy Butler go to Miami to keep Tobias Harris.
I mean,
That's that's a real life issue that actually happened.
yeah, but that's like a circumstantial thing. That's still them trying to put it around. Like you got to you got to elaborate why they moved Jimmy. They
Because they
moved
don't
Jimmy
want to
because they
win a championship.
personalities clashed. They kept Tobias because at the time he was a better fit for that position. He was a better. All I got to do is step in, sit in the corner while Embiid get all the attraction. Boom. You know what I'm
And
saying?
and they was not going to win no championship with that.
I mean, I agree with you, but that's still them trying to put the pieces around.
They,
We knew them
they
them pieces wasn't fit, and then they grabbed Maxi. You know what I'm saying? You grab a young nigga like
and,
Maxi.
and
They
drafting a kid
tried.
like that, is rolling the dice and hoping he develops. I got you. It was a good draft pick though. But
Yeah.
squads, the GMs are responsible for putting teams together, right? And it's
Yeah,
only a few good GMs in the whole league. That's why the same teams win all the time.
yeah, yeah.
Yep. The Warriors.
That's
Yeah,
true.
ain't that many good.
You ain't
No, the
lying.
Warriors don't count. The new GMs, not the last two GMs, didn't draft Draymond, Clay, or Steph, and
Right.
and and then them three mother chickens are the people who brought KD in.
Yeah.
The other two didn't do nothing.
Oh, right. The gym. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, man, seeing how they move forward. I got a question though. You heard them cats talking about like the greatest scorer and who's the greatest scorer and all that stuff and this down
Who
the
you
third
talking
like
I
about?
on
watch the podcast in a
you
minute.
and them and it was a couple of
Oh,
joints, right?
okay.
So I got a question. If if my career average is higher than yours, right?
Yeah.
If my per game is higher than yours, if my percentage is higher than yours, if I led the NBA in scoring and you have never done that, can you be a better scorer than me?
No.
I mean, yes and no. Like,
What evidence would we have to say yes? Because it got to
huh?
be some.
So that's like
It got to be.
comparing
It got to
Michael
be some
Jordan to
evidence.
like.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to see who
That's a
don't have a scoring
specific
title. That's a great
comparison.
scorer.
The way you
I
set
agree with
it
you,
up,
Sam.
like
Every great scorer got a scoring title at least. Yeah.
that's true too.
Durant
That's
got
true
4.
too.
Iverson got 4.
That's
Right.
Melo,
true.
even Melo got 1. Steph got 1. Kobe got 2.
Yeah.
Melo
LeBron got 1.
would have had two if he ain't punch old boy in that game too.
No, but I mean, it's hard to say like overall in totality, like because all of that shit can just kind of like lead up to a better NBA career, essentially. But like that don't necessarily define you saying like, nigga, you just a better scorer than me. Because you hear the stories all day long, you know what I'm saying, about players that, oh, this nigga was better than Kobe, this nigga was better than Mike. But it's hard to
Oh
say
yeah.
you better than somebody. Y'all both was in the NBA
Right.
and y'all both had the same opportunities, but one nigga got all these accolades and another nigga don't. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
facts.
They 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 keep trying to push Kyrie up further and further on that list.
I
He ain't
I
even
know where you're going with it. So it was a Kyrie and was it a Kyrie and Steph
Bro,
conversation?
it's a
listen though. They even trying to compare him to Cole as a
Oh,
scorer.
Kyrie. Oh wow.
I'm like, what we
the
talking
thing.
about?
Kyrie just different.
It look no, I
It
understand it.
looks. It
It looks
looks.
great.
It looks great. Yeah.
It looks great. I understand all that. It looks great, and
I
he's
mean,
super skilled.
he's efficient. He's efficient. Yeah,
I'm
he
about
could
to say, and he
for a
efficient
guard
and he
among six.
unstoppable.
Yeah,
So it's kind of hard
so
to really.
it's all there. But unless he about to do a month of 40s and go 60 and three quarters and give me 81, I don't want to hear the conversation.
Yeah, that's true.
That don't make no sense to me.
Like Kobe Bryant.
So
That's crazy.
you don't think Kyrie like one of the best scorers for real, for real?
If put it like this, if he retired today, he's not
Mm-hmm.
gonna be in the top 30.
Whoa,
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 that's
whoa, whoa.
crazy.
No.
30?
This is what I'm saying.
Oh,
This
you
is what I'm
talking about
saying.
points? You talking
Career
about points?
points.
Oh,
He's not gonna be in the top
okay,
30.
okay.
His points per game gonna be in the low
No, no,
20s. So
I'm not denying statistics. I'm
yeah.
not I'm
So
not saying
he's
stats.
one of the most. So I would say he's one of the most versatile scorers. But
Right,
that's
right.
different because like Dominique Wilkins scored two ways, but he was still the second or third
Mid
best
range,
scorer
or he gonna
at
dunk
that
on you?
time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just because Isaiah Thomas was more versatile, he's not a better scorer than Dominique Wilkins.
Right. That's a fact.
I mean, but still, like, okay. How can I put this? So the more ways you can score, that actually attributes to your ability to scoring. How, like,
You know
how
what
does
the
that not correlate?
what is actually scoring? There's only one way that a bucket can go
Putting the
through
ball
the
in the
net, right?
hoop.
It don't
That's
matter
right.
how it looked before it went through the net. That it go through
Yeah.
the net.
Oh.
If I put the ball through the net more than you, it doesn't matter that you did it different ways.
Okay. So all right.
Like
Let me break it
Carmelo and
down to you.
like Carmelo versus
I'm not.
LeBron.
I'm
Like
not talking about the style in it. I'm talking about the actual level of scoring. Like, I ain't talking about he make it look good, of course, because he do. I'm talking about actually being able to score at the different levels of the court. So he can drive you, he can meet you, and he can three you. You know what I'm saying? He ain't
I
got the
bet you
deep.
have
He ain't got the
that
deep Dame Lillard ball. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
But he ain't got the deep Steph Curry ball. But he definitely got at least 3 levels for sure.
for sure. But at the end of the day, a score is the ball going through the basket. If I do that more than you, it don't matter if you did it at 3 levels and I did it at 2. I did it
I was
more
about
than
to ask you that. Do you think 3 level scoring like Durant is better than a score like? Well, Durant probably a bad example because he one of the best scorers actually. I don't know.
so.
Like LeBron versus Carmelo. Like Carmelo probably could score in more ways. I guess because the post and all that. But
It's
I
got
still
you
take LeBron. I
you
still
got
take
weird stuff,
LeBron.
right? Y'all remember when they was calling James Harden the best offensive player ever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, watch it. That year, he made more free throws than shots.
Yeah, because
Wow.
he was fired. Like they kept fouling him. They couldn't do nothing about the foul. That's why and that
Man,
was just because, like you just said, bro.
his true shooting
Man,
changed.
because they, know, the shit was different. They ain't seen it before. The nigga
Mm-hmm.
going to the line every possession. They like, oh yeah, this nigga the best offensive nigga ever.
I was like, for real, that's crazy. And then you get to the playoffs, and it's like, yo, y'all remember that playoff the bunch of playoff series that James Harden went off, and you be like, nah, I don't. And I'd be like, exactly, exactly,
He said, "You prove my point."
yeah.
All right.
That's what it.
That's what that weird like. I think everybody like to make statements and just hop out the
Stop
window.
standing like that.
Last
All right.
year we was calling Ant Man Jordan 84. That was KG, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, KG. Yeah.
Then he said something he didn't like, and then KG, the same dude, turned around and said, "Can't nobody play 20 years ago." I'm
Right. Right.
confused.
Right.
You saying Jordan 84 couldn't play 20 years ago? Like that's the 2000s, bro. I'm confused. You the
yeah.
same person.
Hey, that's just emotional talk, bro. That's all
Right.
that is. Emotional on both sides. You liking a
Yep.
nigga? Oh shit, that nigga Jordan.
And they always trying to follow
You
trends
know
too. Like, oh,
what I'm
Ant Man,
saying?
a hot man, hot young guy right now. Let's go. Let's just.
Exactly.
And then when he say something you don't like, all of a sudden it changed. Like, come on, bro.
Remember when I told y'all 2 years ago that 2 years from now y'all wasn't gonna be calling Jimmy Butler playoff Jimmy?
You're right. I don't even call him that no more. I don't even know if he's still good anymore. Still,
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
even know if he's
saying,
good.
man. Like the hot moment takes over all kind of stuff, bro.
You say he shouldn't be no playoff nothing. We ain't got no playoff Iverson. We don't got no playoff
Right.
Curry.
You know, and look, if Jordan ain't playoff Jordan, what we doing?
Right.
Yeah,
The
that's
real
the
lowest scoring per game in the playoffs was 29, bro. Like everything else was 30 and up. It's
man.
just like,
We come into the era of to defend our era. We didn't start diminishing. Like it was crazy. People been talking crazy about Michael Jeffrey Jordan, dog. Like I know it's he got two. I got you. His fans go look, but
yeah,
come on, dog. Like it's
but
basketball. Like, ain't
but
no way
it's
we can basketball watch Mike play and be like we about to say something crazy.
that's the thing. It
right.
really be the ones that didn't really see it for real, and it's really just more of them than it is us that seen it because it's they older and dying off, and so when you got more of the young niggas that ain't seen really Jordan for real, and ain't really they can't respect it. You know what I'm
Yeah, it's
saying?
easy to someone just discredit it.
It's
Yeah.
it's it's easy to discredit something you ain't really see for real. You know what I'm saying?
But if y'all watch Carmelo and Dwayne talk about at the top 75 when MJ came in the room, he was like, "Nah, he different than us." Like even at that point,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
for real. Yeah,
uh,
even his that everybody say, even non-sports niggas say it about Jordan. Like it's something about that nigga, dog.
yeah,
Yep.
It just be,
and
I mean,
that's
niggas that don't even play sports, bro. Just you know what I'm saying. Other popular people that's in the you know what I'm saying celebrity world, they say when they meet Jordan, like, dog,
yeah.
there's something different about him, bro. Like,
They were saying that two cats in that meeting in that room had a glow. It was obviously Mike, and they said to a lesser degree it was Iverson
Mm.
because he's so iconic. All them younger guys like kind of influenced
Yeah,
him.
Yep.
yeah, they look at Ivo like that too. Not like you say, not like that, but they look at him in a different light than they look at everybody
Right.
else
Yeah,
for sure.
he